Okay, so what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Uh, I guess it's been a week since I have recorded any trade recaps because on Wednesday and Thursday, the last trading day. So I have traded on Wednesdays and Thursdays, the past Wednesday and Thursdays. After that, I have not taken any trades. Yesterday, I have taken a trade. I will guys show you. Just wait a second. Okay, so first of all, this is not. I've not entered here. Okay, this is just a kind of a paper trade. I just wanted to see the logic behind this trade. Is see, before the market open we have seen a huge sell off due, but now we are making a move to the upside. Okay, so this is basically a kind of a paper trade which I had taken because I am not confident in this setup. Okay, because this setup is lacking a lot of liquidity, but if it moves to the upside and take out these highs, then I am willing to go shorts today. Okay, then we will have the Asia London highs and Asia highs as well, and the high time frame is bearish, as well as today's bias is also bearish. This is just a retrace to the upside. We are after making this huge candle to the downside, this is just a retrace of this candle. uh, what This is what I think. Okay, I would have entered in this trade if the market any of these pairs have came down, made a manipulation by sweeping out these lows, and that low, that sweeping out of those liquidity can make this trade move to the upside. But I cannot see any kind of that thing right now. So the trade is kind of sideways. Okay, we might just come up, take out these eyes. If we, then no worries. I will just look for short uh, look look to short the market. But if we can come down, sweep out any of these 5 minute lows to create a liquidity, then I will surely enter with 10 contracts up to these highs. Target will be up to these highs. So let's see what happens. Yesterday I have taken a trade. I have purchased new 50k futures account of funded futures family. Okay, I will show you. See, this is my yesterday's trade on Nasdaq. I in the very first trade I made a loss of around $700, and from there I entered with half lots in this second trade, and I have captured $813. So kind of I am at break even today, and I need to be very calm, very patient with trading this account. I don't want to enter in any random setups. That's why I have not entered into this trade, because uh, if I talk about experience, I have seen this happening a lot of times, that the market, whenever I enter, market came down. Obviously we have liquidity spending to the downside, which can cause this trade to move to the upside. you know it will act as a fuel to move to the upside. But if it is but nevertheless, if this trade comes up, take out these highs, and from here I can look for bearish confidence to short the market, because high time frame is bearish. Okay, as you can see. Okay, so the leading index is ES in this high time frame bearish SMT, from these highs to these highs, and on ES, as you can see, from these highs to these highs. So Nasdaq came up, swept out these highs, and we are forming a bearish SMT, and everything was going perfect until at 7:30 we made a huge move to the downside. I don't know why. Even Bitcoin, you can see this huge sell off in Bitcoin at 7:30 p.m. IST. So don't know why this happened, but the market is kind of slow from here. And I know if I want to sell, if I want to short the market, I need to wait for the price to come up, sweep out any of these highs, and then from here we can just short the market. And if Nasdaq comes up, take out these highs, while ES stay underneath these highs, then it's a good thing for us. Well, it looks like ES will come, ES will most likely sweep out these highs, and Nasdaq will be underneath these highs, and from here we can follow a bearish confluence, and we can take trades to the downside, because we have a whole bunch of liquidity pending. We have these hourly 5 minute lows as well as the high time frame is bearish. This is what I think. But if it's already been 1 hour 5 minutes into the market open, if the market comes up, sweep out these highs, and goes a kind of sideways, then I will not trade today. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so I guess no trades today because the market is moving very slow. Okay, the thing is, if we want to move up or if we want to move to the downside, then the only possible reason is to, you know, get liquidity. And if we want to move to the upside, we need to come down, sweep these 5 minute lows or any kind of a thing, in order to see these liquidity act as uh, fuel for the market to move. But right now, after this big sell off, we are just, making higher highs and higher lows, and it is a kind of a consolidation for us. So no worries, it's better I have not entered into this trade, because in the funded futures family prop firm, we have, what I have is unrealized gains intraday, trailing drawdown. What does it means? Basically, if my equity moves up, my trailing drawdown will also move up. If it doesn't matter if I have closed the trade. Okay, if for example, if I'm in a profit of $2,000, my trailing SL, okay, my max trailing SL is $2,000 on a 50K account. So it is right now, it is 48,000. If suppose I have entered into a trade and my PNL is like $2,000, so that trailing drawdown will shift from 48 to 50,000. And from that point, if the market gives us a retrace to the downside, maybe, a 500 points or maybe 1,000 points, then what will happen is my equity will be 51,000. My trailing SL have, stopped on 50,000, so I will have only a room of $1,000 in the next trade. So that is why I need to trade very cautiously. Like yesterday, if I will show you, this was a pretty clear move yesterday, and I need to trade these kind of setups without any pullbacks. The market gave us 2 is to 1. So I need these kind of setups. For that, I need to wait patiently, because I know if the setup will work or not. Because right now, all I can see is the market consolidation, and see, on a 1 minute time frame, it is a kind of very slow because it lacks liquidity. And if it wants to move to the upside, the market needs to, come down, sweep this liquidity, or just, move up, and then from here I can get some shots. But looking at the chart now, it's already been 1 hour 30 minutes into the market open. So most probably, if we come up, sweep out these highs, we will, start consolidating, until and unless, after maybe 11 p.m. or 12 p.m. IST, we will see moves to the downside. And for that, I cannot wait till that time, because it's okay, no need to worry. My account is at break even. Okay, I'll show you. See, account balance is 50,087. 87 was my yesterday's profit. Okay, if I would have not entered into a random trade, it was not a random trade, but the thing is, the same happened with me yesterday. Market lacked liquidity, and that first trade made me lose $700. So no worries. This is my account summary, as you can see. Okay, no trading data yet, because I have not placed any orders today. So I guess I'll wrap up this video today. Okay, so ended up taking a trade today in micro ES and made a profit of around $735. So I'll explain you the logic behind this trade. Just in my previous clip, I was telling that if the market wants to move to the upside or to the downside, it needs to make some kind of a manipulation, maybe, sweep out some kind of a liquidity in order to get fuel to move to the upside. And the same thing happened. As you can see, this, I wanted this divergence. Like, this is, a cleanest trade I have ever seen. Just like yesterday, see, whenever there is an SMT from these lows to these lows, or and from these lows to these lows, so market often makes move to the upside. So this liquidity fueled the market to move to the upside. And maybe, if I am not wrong, market will come up completely and take out all of these highs, and then from here we can see the markets rotating to the downside. Or maybe we can just, uh, start rotating to the downside from here only. This is just a 5 minute retrace. Anything can happen. I personally want the market to come up, take out these highs, so that, we can, dump really uh, good up to these lows and up to these lows. But I think this will not happen today. This will not happen today. It will take time. And okay, so coming back to the trade logic, just when I ended my previous clip, and what happened later on, The market made manipulation to the downside. We swept out these 5 minute lows on both of these pairs. Okay, and see, these 5 minute liquidity are very, far from this kind of liquidity. I'll explain you. See, these 5 minute lows and these 5 minute lows are very, kind of far from each other. Okay, I'll show you a kind of example. See here, these stacked up 5 minute lows are very near to each other. Okay, very close to each other. So if the market manipulates, okay, see how the market manipulated. It came up, swept out all of these 5 minute lows, sorry, swept out all of these 5 minute highs. Okay, and then a dump to the downside. But the thing is, in this scenario, we have, these 5 minute lows are very, far from each other. So what happened, market just made a 5 minute move to the downside, swept out these previous 5 minute lows on both of these pairs. And then I would just wanted for the market to move to the upside, as in we have this 1 minute FVG, which later on gets invalidated. So this is an inverse fair value gap, same on ES. As you can see, this was the first FVG. Market inverse this, but I have not entered here because, as you can see, this whole price range, basically when the FVGs are stacked up or stacked down. Okay, so you cannot just mark one or two and you can just ignore the third one or the first one. You, like, from here to here, this whole price range is an imbalance. So I waited for the market to inverse both of these, and from here I have entered. On this candle, I entered with 20 ES contracts, and the market showed me some profits of, I guess, $300, and then we came down, consolidated a little bit, and then boom. And I was very sure that the market will come up and take out these highs, because this was my initial target from the start. I could have waited for the market to, increase my TP till here, but no worries. It's better if I books profits, because I cannot let my trade go into a bigger drawdown. Okay, because I am trading on account which has basically unrealized gains intra day trading drawdown, which is very difficult for me if I which gets very difficult for me if I, let the trade if my PNL is around $1,000 and I let the trade retrace to a 500 or 600, then it will be my trailing SL will moves to the upside and I will breach my account. Okay, so see here now, just as I was saying that this move could be, uh, you know, can come up all the way to the upside and take out these highs, or maybe this is just a 5 minute retrace and from here we can start taking out these lows. So no worries. I personally feel it, what I personally feel it, what I personally feel is that the market will consolidate a while here, because it has been consolidating since, when the market opened at 8 p.m. EST. From 9 p.m. IST, sorry, from 9 p.m. IST, the market is a kind of consolidating, and that made me, not enter into this trade. But in a consolidation, you avoid entering into a trade, because there are chances that mostly the market will move sideways and can, take out your SL. Okay, so this was a clean setup, and I made, this was a 1 is to 4.5 risk to reward, which is pretty good according to me. So yeah, this was for the day. No worries. I will guys show you my dashboard tomorrow, because it gets updated when the day ends. Okay, so that's it for today. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys are new, and I will guys see you around in my next video. Take care.